My log cabin's right underneath those 3 trees. Well, on my last camping trip back at my tiny cabin, I was just leaving the day we were getting a major winter storm. We had winds over 100 kilometers an hour. We had ice, some snow, not a lot as you can see, but it was the winds, the high winds. Like there's trees back here that are uprooted. Huge trees just torn out of the ground. And yeah, I left the woods that morning before the storm hit. So I'm just going back now to check to see how my cabin did. It's not looking good because there are a lot of broken trees. It's devastating back here. But yeah, I'm almost there now. I'm getting pretty close. So normally you can just walk through these woods pretty easily, but it's just devastating, the trees that are down. There's no clear path. My log cabin's right underneath those 3 trees. So yeah, the woods back here is absolutely devastating. It's I'll take some video of some of the trees that fell down, but the cabin's not crushed. There's 3 trees laying across the roof, and I'm going to try to chunk this up and get the weight off. There's a hole in the tarp because a stick went through it, and maybe I'll find out more when I get in there. But it's still standing. It doesn't look like anything's broken structurally. So yeah, the cabin's right under there. You can see the roof, part of the roof and the side right there. So there's part of the cabin there and the 3 trees across the top. This is what it looks like from the front. But it's not damaged. I just got to get the weight off. All the trees were just uprooted and completely toppled. About 30 feet up, there's that pine tree there, completely snapped off. And that tree's probably, you know, I could maybe wrap my arms around it. It's just completely snapped. This one's okay. So I'm basically just trying to take the top off in chunks, get the pressure off the roof. All right, so I got all the trees off. There's nothing left. Those are the 3 trees that were laying across it. They're pretty big, and they go a long way back, so there's a lot of weight there. There's a few holes. I went around and checked all the posts. Nothing down here is broken, and that's kind of what's holding all the walls up. That's part of the structure. Inside this main post, I was hanging off of this a minute ago, and that's still fine, and all these other posts are good to go. Some of the chinking I did came out probably because of the wind or the branches, but other than a few holes in the tarp, like this one and this one, and there's some stretch marks in the tarp that'll keep it from being waterproof. But overall, like, it's all sorted out. Other than maybe I'll replace the tarp, maybe I'll just, for the winter, I'll just bring some tape back here, duct tape, fix those holes, and it's still good to go. The good thing is this whole area now, because the trees surrounding it, pretty much camouflages this little thing. There's this one tree right here that's leaning. I think I'm gonna cut that, because if we get a windstorm and it comes back this way, it'll be alright on the roof. And there's also this one here leaning. I should be able to cut that down before it falls on the camp, but that was too perfect. I just missed the camp. There, it just fell and just ever slightly touched. That was leaning right over top. So all the dangerous trees are gone. Shouldn't really have to worry. That one's on a bit of a lean, but that's, I think, a natural one. So one thing I did want to mention, by no means am I an expert at tree removal. So I could be doing some things wrong here, but I'm just trying to use a little bit of common sense and do it logically. Dropping trees like this, especially with the weight and the pressure on them, because of the way the windstorm push them over, they're under a lot of stretch and they can snap back at you and everything. So where you cut and where you stand is really, really important. So if you're ever in this situation, be very careful. I think I'm going to get a little fire going, have a tea, and then I might head out of here. I just wanted to come back, do a recce, and see how the cabin fared out. I mean, it worked. It stayed up, and some trees fell on it, but yeah, get a little tea going here before I head out of the woods. Didn't take too long to get the trees off, but it was a bit of work and a little bit sketchy when all the trees are under that much pressure. But yeah, it's done. Camp's good to go. I'll probably maybe replace the tarp in the spring, but I'll patch it up for the winter the next time I actually camp back here. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm going to finish up my tea and then I'm going to head out of here before it gets dark. And yeah, Happy New Year, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. So for those of you that are interested on how you get through these really cold winters, I know I had a lot of comments on I just wear thin pants and don't have snow pants on. I'm just upgrading my actually base layer right now. My bottoms and top are merino wool, and I just picked those up at Cabela's. I was on their website, and yeah, so I picked them up there and they shipped. So that's what I'm wearing. That's how I stay nice and warm. You can kind of get a bit wet, but the merino wool will keep you warm in all of this ice. Cabela's also sells more knives, so I picked this up as well. It's the Bushcraft model. Has the sharpener, the ferrocerium rod, and a 90-degree spine. It's nice and sharp, so perfect for this kind of stuff. Well, just about back to the road, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.